But anyway, speaking of that, naturally brings us to the subject of baseball.
What were we speaking of anyway?
Well, this episode here is sleep and sleeping.
Well, y'all been getting good sleep?
Well, any sleep is good, I guess.
Now, Philip's got about 5 or 6 points here, and they're all good points. But suffice it to say that I could pretty much take this whole session and take an hour on sleep. I know a lot about sleep.
Yeah, but how interesting would it be?
I've slept a lot.
I worked the midnight shift for 25 years.
You know a lot about sleep.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Why do creatures need to sleep?
Well, your body heals while you're sleeping.
That's right.
Well, what if ain't nothing wrong with you? You're perfectly well.
But it's still healing.
Well, you use your body up as you live.
Just reading,
consume
just reading alone. If you sit all day, and I read somewhere a couple of times that the weariness that overcomes you just using your eyes.
That's brain power. Yeah, that's your brain.
You wear out, you're tired, and you have to sleep from that. See, like Papa Albritton, our grandpa was, if you come in from work, you needed to be dirty before he accepted the idea that you've been working.
You need to be dirty.
Your dark clothes need to be dirty. Your hands need to be dirty. If you were still clean, he said, "Man, you look like you just got out of bed. I've been working."
Yeah. Well, my concept of instead of healing, my concept of sleeping was that our heart is running at full speed all day.
Sure.
So at night you sleep and it slows way down.
It
gives you that rest for your heart to.
You have to rest.
And you only have so many heartbeats in a lifetime.
So you live a lot longer if you slept 24 hours a day.
So if you run,
sleep your whole life.
If you run a lot and double time, get that exercise and build the body, you speed that heart up, so you're using up your beats.
That is a theory. I'm not sure how accurate it is.
Yeah.
But aside from the number of beats we have,
Sigmund Freud had a lot of those.
Well, there's also the theory that your little that your cells multiply a certain number of times, and I've heard 70 times over your lifetime. And once you get to that 70 multiplication, you're out of here.
You don't increase your cells anymore.
No, they won't increase once they get old. They won't rejuvenate.
That sounds to me right on the edge of
heresy.
Of mythology.
Well, other than help from,
I read that in a book.
Other than help from the Lord, your body wears out too. You can't procreate except for Isaac or was it Abraham and Sarah?
Well, some of the old timers, they procreated.
They laughed about it, but they had a young one. One was 100, one was 90.
Well, I don't think.
Okay, I'll be the sole harbinger of science here.
Harbinger.
I have a little blurb, as I usually do, about sleeping.
Okay, take it away, Phil.
Do you know what circadian rhythms are?
Yes.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Circadian rhythms, the word itself, circadian, comes from circa, meaning approximately.
Mm-hmm.
Circa and
Is
dian.
that what that means?
Dian is the same word that comes from diem, per day. So dian, a day. About a day. That's what a circadian rhythm.
Kind of like nocturnal and diurnal. Huh?
Oh, we're going to get to that diurnal.
Did you read that, or did you already know that?
No, he knows.
I already knew that.
You peeked at the notes, didn't you?
Just my notes.
Philip's notes.
No, you talking about my notes.
I saw the words too, but I couldn't pronounce them.
But circadian rhythm is like a 24-hour cycle.
Yeah.
And
okay.
let me read.
I didn't see anything on that about REM sleep either. Rapid eye movement.
Rapid eye movement. That's a
REM.
A part of your sleep cycle.
Peel that eyelid up, and then my eyes is just like that.
Yeah, that's a stage of sleep. REM sleep. Yeah.
But
sleep.
That's just one of the stages of your sleep cycle. I'm talking about your whole 24-hour body cycle.
Yeah, the circadian.
It's the circadian rhythm, and it says the circadian rhythm is a natural oscillation that repeats roughly every 24 hours. Circadian rhythms can refer to any process that originates with an organism and responds to the environment. Circadian rhythms are
such as a full moon.
Full moon
can make a difference.
How much you eat, how much what you do every day.
Light makes a difference.
Sunlight, your climate, the heat, things like that.
That's why they turn the lights on in the chicken house to make chickens lay more.
So
fools them. They think it's daytime.
Yeah.
The primary purpose of your circadian clock is to rhythmically coordinate biological processes so they occur at the correct time to maximize the fitness of an individual. So it's all planned. Our circadian rhythms are kind of planned, affected by external things that we just talked about. And so sleep is one of those things that our circadian rhythms kind of regulate. Do you find yourself getting sleepy at the same time every night? Or waking up at the same time early in the morning?
Yeah, I do. I stay on a pretty good schedule. There are times when I can't sleep. I have anxiety.
Well, that's an external effect.
Yeah, and again, if you ingest something with caffeine in it or
Coffee?
something
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
strong,
Or you eat a fried chicken at 10
That's
o'clock
right,
at
yeah,
night.
yeah, that thing
Your
will eat
stomach
you at
will-
night.
It'll eat you up.
It'll eat you while you
Or a
try.
big bowl of ice cream, as you get older, that stuff wakes you up. Or, when I was younger, I used to,
Yesterday.
young people even still, they think they have to have a radio going or TV going while they're sleeping. But that's totally opposite of good. That's why they're sleeping and can't stay awake at school. Because
That's why you don't keep a TV in your bedroom.
That's right. You don't want that noise.
Well, let me
and
give you an
don't- and
example.
You don't want that light.
Let me give you an example
It
that defies
interrupts your
that
sleep.
theory, though. My son Clint, when he was little,
Yeah.
he had a lot of odd behaviors when he was little. But Clint would sleep when he was a teenager up in Atlanta. He would go to sleep, and he was 12, 13, 14, and he had this heavy metal music he liked. It's just like, you're screaming and play. He would go to sleep to that.
Yeah.
And if you walked in and turned it off, he'd wake up. Turn my music back on.
That's some of that dun 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 dun.
Here's what was happening. People think that if they get that 8 hours a night, right? They say, "Well, I sleep 8, 9 hours, but I'm tired all the time."
Except for Trump. Trump sleeps 4 or 5.
Right.
Well, men need less sleep than women.
But you and I've done this because I've looked into this quite a bit, to where I would drift off to sleep and I would have one eye and look at the clock.
Is that the one you can't see out of?
The one I can see is the one I can't see.
What time is it? What
Oh, my good eye. And I have timed this personally, myself personally. Is that a word? Myself personally. Anyway, I've tested this out. It takes me about, my circadian rhythm is about an hour and a half.
That's 20. Circadian means all day, 24 hours. You're talking about your sleep cycle.
My sleep cycle. My sleep cycle is technically, it runs about an hour and a half, which is normal. In other words, when you drift off to sleep, like if your wife's cooking dinner and you say, "I'm just going to lay here on the nap and just on the couch. I'm just going to take me a quick little nap while you're cooking." And you're hearing the whole thing. You're hearing her pans clanging in there.
That puts you right to sleep.
Yeah, and you're laying there and you're asleep, but you hear everything, right? You hear her on the phone talking to her girlfriend.
That's NREM, non-rapid eye movement. It's a level
I'm
of
getting there. Yeah,
between awakening.
That's that stage to where you're drifting into sleep.
Yeah.
You're sleeping, but you hear everything, and then you drift from that into a deep sleep. That's about 35 to 40 minutes in a cycle. If you don't get that, if like a car backfires on TV or a cowboy shoots his gun, and they interrupt that cycle, and you keep starting that cycle over, then you might sleep 8 or 9 hours, but if you don't get that deep sleep
Interrupted sleep.
on every cycle,
Yeah.
and the same way with a REM
It's
sleep,
like trying to sleep in the daytime.
like a REM sleep when you
used to sleep
dream.
at night.
When I wake up dreaming, I usually wake up dreaming. Most of my dreaming feels like it's all night,
Oh, me too. Same
but it's happening in seconds.
Yeah,
Just in that end,
it's
end
when the
of that
shoe
cycle.
falls and makes the noise.
Dreams
That's the
that's
length
right.
of the
Dreams happen during REM.
That's
I
right.
learned that reading. During that last part of your sleep cycle, the REM, that's when you dream.
That's kind of
See,
when
Lord,
you're coming back
listen.
out of that deep sleep.
Listen, along with that little deviation from sleeping is this dream stuff. And I've told y'all this. I retain little technical things about my dreams. I can remember one. I probably have told you this before, and you can know I ain't just making it up. But I dreamed a couple of times, different times, the same dream, and it was I had this guy chasing me around a wishing well. and he looked like a cross between Gus Carraway and Pat Buttram. And
Same guy. It continues.
yeah, he had that like a long.
Was he have a gun or something? Chase?
Yeah, well, a knife. I think he had something about it, And I finally I realized I was carrying a gun
Oh, you had the gun.
back then. Well, I was going to get to that part, but I stumbled and something. I had him hemmed up or something. He says, "Now what you gonna do?" And he shows his knife. I said, "Well, I got this," and I pulled out my gun. Anyway, that's the way it was.
You had that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this. But I have had many dreams about the military, and you've had this when you told me.
I have recurring.
I can't
dreams.
find my squad bay.
Oh, well, that's happened.
Yeah.
That's happened. I have that same dream, but in a different scenario.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm lost.
All the buildings are the
Yeah.
same, and where's my rack?
You can't
at?
get
This
back
ain't
to
the right one.
You can't get back to where you left your
That's right.
motorcycle.
That's
why.
exactly right.
I can't find my motorcycle.
See, I still got this thing about that GTO I had.
Yeah.
I put it in the shop a few times in Beaufort, and I have this thing that keeps waking me. That car, you need to go back and get your car. Somewhere there's a garage with a tarp thrown over it, and I can go back and uncover it. There's that 66 GTO,
Well, they got this PTSD. You can
Post-traumatic stress
you can
disease.
get some money out of that. They
Yeah,
might as well
right. Try that.
They might as well just give everybody that's ever been in the Marine Corps go ahead and send them a check.
Yeah.
Because we all got PTSD.
Well, that starts
just
at
being
the
in the
VFW.
Marine Corps, you're never going to get over that.
Oh, listen, at this, I've
You're gonna
said
have
this
bad dreams about
probably in your presence. I don't know if you remember, but I told Billy and interrupted you. I take the log and all that. I says, if the truth be known, PTSD begins the night in the middle of it when you get off the bus, when you've been wearing the same
Standing in
clothes
footprints.
3 days, and you're trying to stand and follow them, and they're screaming at you, bulging a vein in their neck, spitting all over you. That's when PTSD starts
Hey,
for most people. But if you play football for Carl Madison,
You get
it
from
was
that.
kind of run of the mill.
Okay, we're veering off the topic path here again. Let's,
Yeah. Oh,
did you a little factoid? If you sleep longer than 15 to 30 minutes, it's detrimental. Like a nap. If you take a longer nap than like 30 minutes, or the best is 15.
I never took naps.
15 or 30 minutes.
Well,
is
I'm
the
big
best.
on naps.
If you sleep longer than that, it makes you slow the entire rest of the day.
See,
I believe that because that's my experience.
y'all may have this same attribute, but sleeping, working all those years, and I'd be asleep, and Linda would be making supper. One of you go wake your daddy up, and Leanne and Randy would draw straws to see who woke me up, go upstairs, because this thing, that's the way I've slept. I try to sleep all day, you just knowing you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Finally doze off, and somebody will come in there.
Creak the door.
Daddy, what is it? What?
It's like you just laid down.
Yeah, or if they come in, bang the door. What are you doing? Have some respect. So there wasn't no safe way to wake Daddy up. You couldn't slip up on him. You couldn't bang the door.
I tell you, shift work is traumatic.
Oh, it'll kill
Anybody
you.
that works shift work is going to get their
Amen.
sleeping messed
I
up.
was, I was going to ask. That was my next question.
It'll adversely affect
You're
your
not
health.
supposed to sleep. in
Is
the
there
day.
some scientific reason why we sleep at night?
There is. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it is, but
Because a lot of people like work shift work and they
You
have to sleep
You
during
sleep.
Well,
the day.
the
You
reason-
do it out of necessity, though.
Yeah, but is it the same
Well,
kind of sleep?
well, you
No.
have this thing
It's
called
not.
is it melatonin? I think it's your body. It's a hormone.
That's right. You release
makes
that.
you sleep.
Yeah.
So daytime is for being awake because the light reduces your melatonin,
Mm-hmm.
and when it gets dark, your melatonin increases, and that makes you sleep.
Now that brings us to that diurnal and nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
The term's nocturnal. You know what nocturnal is?
That's right. That's them little wandering creatures around at night.
That's
Kind of like a
that's
bat. isn't it?
Work
Down
during,
by the
sleep
table.
during the day and work at night.
Yeah.
Diurnal is the opposite.
Burglars.
We're diurnal. We work during the day and sleep at night.
That's a normal. I don't know if it comes from evolution or God created us that
Well,
way.
there ain't no normal
It's
about it.
science.
It's just
Well, you
one
did-
or the other.
In
you
the
know?
beginning, there was no light, so when it got dark, all you could do
No,
was lay down
everybody's
and sleep.
made. I think we're all made. Even all the creatures, the cats and the dogs, they sleep at night.
Yeah.
No, they don't, Lloyd. That's what I'm saying. There are nocturnal creatures like an
That's
owl.
why they have
Well,
the
a bat
eyes.
or an
The
owl.
eyes, you can see them at night. They got the same vision. A deer, you see them wandering around cropping grass at 3 in the morning. They can see just
They're
as good at night
adapted
or
to
day.
seeing at night. And bats have that radar.
Yeah.
You know, that they-
But okay, most of us are sleeping.
I wouldn't say most of us. You don't.
Philip, he's just being downright argumentative.
No, Lloyd, think of all the species.
May it please the court.
All the millions and billions of
Object.
creatures and
Object to
insects and
that.
amphibians and mammals that live on the earth.
$30 or 30
know,
days.
Most
about
of
that.
most of us sleep in the nighttime.
Well,
Most of us.
I'm going to have to
Yeah, if you have a choice.
agree to disagree because I don't know if most of us.
How many
sleep.
animals can you name that prefer to sleep?
I don't know them all either.
But that's a good excuse.
I'm just like
But-
it's like you looking up at the sky and
you-
saying, "Oh, I doubt if there's life anywhere else but here on Earth." Look at all them billions of Earth planets out. Why couldn't there have developed another Earth somewhere?
Have you ever seen it?
That's what I'm saying. You say since I haven't seen it, I don't know, but I can speculate based on the odds of.
It would be speculation. Yeah. Well, anyway, while
Hearsay.
before Ronnie gets us off the subject again,
Well,
there's a little thing I want to make sure we get in here because I think it's important. There's a little thing called lucid dreaming.
we're back
you
to
ever-
dreaming now. That's another whole
I want
subject.
to go back to that. Ronnie was talking about these dreams. There's a little thing called lucid dreaming,
Lucid.
the sleeping cycle, the REM sleep.
Yeah.
That little period when we dream, right?
Okay.
That's a period kind of somewhere in between hard sleeping and waking up. Okay, consciousness, it's kind of teetering right between consciousness and unconsciousness, right? You can develop a sense of, this is called lucid dreaming. The little man in your dream, right? That Gus Carraway guy that's torturing you. You can practice. You can make that little man do things. And you can through it goes into meditation.
You can manipulate the
You can
figments of your
manipulate them.
imagination.
You can manipulate your life story in your. You can manipulate your dreams. You believe that?
Well, of course, it's in your brain.
Well, in the Brother Dave tape, where he was talking about the guy, the figments of your imagination,
Nebuchadnezzar.
where he flipped the little cap and hit him on the knee or something like that. And he said, "Get away from me." He said, "You ain't nothing but a figment of my imagination." he said, that 5 years later, he come back and knocked on it. "Who is it?" "It's you." "Oh, come in, myself."
That's pretty funny, right?
Brother Dave Gardner.
Can
man.
we sleep too much?
Well, you can. Yeah, that'll mess up your sleep cycle just like being overly tired and not getting enough sleep. Too much sleep will make you lazy. And, sleep begets more sleep. The lazier you are, the lazier you get. The more industrious you are,
But see, it's just like that kind of makes me think about, dumb people, ignorant, stupid. They don't know they're stupid. They
Well,
don't know they are.
there's a paradigm about that.
Well-
Yeah, there's a theory on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it anything to do with Sigmund Freud?
I don't think Sig came up with that.
Lloyd learned so much in that psychology class he took.
It's in this book.
No, Ronnie, this took place. There was these guys up in Princeton. They were doing a study. They had some government money, and they were doing this study. And while they were doing this study,
So it's a John Donne joke.
no, that's not John Donne. No, they read a story about this guy down in somewhere that was robbing banks. And the guy went in and robbed the bank, and they got him on the camera, and they went out to the house
Why do you rob banks?
and arrested him.
Because that's where the money is.
And when they listen to me, right?
Oh, we're 21.
Stay with me on this. All right. When they interrogated the guy,
Well, didn't I hear that phrase before? Hey, stay with me on this.
when they interrogated the guy told them that he didn't understand how they got him on the camera. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, I put the juice on my face."
Mm-hmm.
They said, "The juice?" He said, "Yeah." He'd read in a history book about during George Washington, the invisible ink they made with lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
And they would write on a piece of paper and they'd put a light, he'd heat it, and the letters would come out. So he had read that if you put lemon juice on your face, it'd make you invisible. And these professors are doing this study, And they read about this guy, and they could not believe anybody could be that dumb, that there would really be somebody that was that stupid. And so they started doing experiments on it. And they actually found, they did several hundred students, these are college
Can't
students.
find the students now.
And they discovered that people, just what you said, people who are dumb think they're
Disappear.
smart.
Yeah.
They don't know that they're really, how stupid they really are.
The Democratic Party's full of them.
A lot slower.
But that was a formal study. It's in the
Yeah.
books.
Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
It's all done been read.
Yeah, okay.
It's there.
Well,
It's in the book.
That's true.
Okay,
really.
Lloyd.
That's true. There's no original thoughts. There's no new sins. Everything you can think of has been done and said before. And what we are, as we learn stuff, and the more you grasp and store in your brain, it's stuff you learned from someone else. So it can't possibly be an original thought.
Yeah. Right.
It's all trickled. That's the old trickle down.
That's the trickle down theory.
Kind of like
That's where they got that.
the buffalo herd out there. It's got the old birds picking on his back and all that. Every now and then he'll make a deposit of his system, and then they peck through that. It's called trickle down.
So you're saying that there ain't nothing that we accumulate or know knowledge-wise that doesn't come
Original.
from external somewhere else.
Yeah, how could it be original?
We
You
don't-
got
we
to
don't-
learn
We don't
something.
think of anything original.
You just telling us that, ain't you, Ron?
No.
Well, there's some logic to that.
Yeah. Well, I ain't
That's me,
forgot.
Mr. Long.
I ain't forgot yet about Ronnie telling me about that gun. That smoke coming out of the barrel.
And no,
second-
listen,
I ain't over that yet.
listen,
Ronnie.
Lord, getting back along the lines of what you
I'm gonna
just
look this
said
up, everything
makes
you
me
tell me.
think about, the last thing, and I've read about this, and that most people agree with it. The last thing you lose when you're dying on your deathbed is your ability to hear. And they'll tell you, if they're laying there like Daddy was in his last days, they'll tell you, you can
You
get
think
down.
they're dead? You shouldn't be talking around
Well,
them.
no,
per
you
se.
can get down there. You can talk to him. He can't acknowledge you, but he can hear you. He's still got.
Well, that's what I mean. He can hear you.
So what I plan to do, if you die before I do, I was going to get right down real close to Lloyd. I lied to you about that little barrel. Of Take it with you. Take it with you.
Hey, getting back to sleeping, are there some animals that you know of that sleep in positions other than laying down
sure,
like we
yeah.
do?
Horses.
Any
But-
others? No.
I mean, everybody knows a horse sleeps
Horse,
standing up.
yeah.
But what people don't know is a horse still must lay down for a period of time. When he gets into that deep sleep,
He'll lie down?
he has to lie down.
Is that
But
why
Most of his sleep is standing up because he's got 4 legs.
cows? Do
He
cows
locks
do that
his-
too?
Cows same way.
Listen, here's something along the
They
line
have
of
to lay
that.
down when they get
You-
in, or they'll just crumble.
Do
and
you
fall
know a
over.
horse gets up first with the front feet, didn't it? And a cow gets up first with the back feet. You know that?
You just telling me that.
No. They get up backwards.
Do
One
you,
of- yeah.
does it raise suspicions every time Ronnie tells you something?
I don't trust nothing Ronnie tells me.
Listen,
Ever since the school bus that
Listen.
time when all of them made fun of me for thinking that.
credibility is everything.
Ronnie told me that.
Credibility is everything.
And then he
boy.
tried to lie to me. He
and I
tried to
have
make like he
credibility.
didn't tell me.
I got a card that says highly credible. But listen, I'm serious. A horse, I can't remember which. I think it's the cow gets up in his back legs first, and then he has to get. The horse gets up with his front legs first and gets the back up.
Is that got something to do with his sleep cycle, or is that just
It's just their-
mechanically how?
their
It's
phy-
just the way their knees, their
physiology,
joints,
yeah.
their joint
Their joints.
structure and all that.
All right.
Just a little tidbit of information.
Yeah, you're getting us off topic here, Ronnie.
But birds? What about birds?
Birds sleep sitting on a limb. They wrap them claws around it and lock it
They
in
just-
there.
And a chicken too.
Standing there.
And they'll freeze to death right there.
They kind of hunch down.
hmm
Yeah.
That's like when Papa sent or Daddy sent me in there to get that chicken off the roost. That thing. I thought it was a rooster, and he hit me in the hand. And I
You
was
should've
about
cussed
6.
me.
I said, "Damn!" And Daddy said, "Ronnie," I said, "I didn't say that."
Well,
Papa said, "Oh, we got a talking rooster in there."
Well, yeah, I can testify that we can sleep other than lying down
So
because
you've done it.
I've done it before, and you can you know people.
Well, I do
go
it
to
every
sleep
Sunday
early.
in church.
Yeah, that.
A good sermon.
Driving, sitting in your car driving. But I would go to sleep on the motorcycle.
That's the secret to growing old is when you learn how to sleep during the preacher's
Yeah,
sermon.
You get so tired, you'll go to sleep anywhere.
You know, watching movies the same way. Linda would be hunting when I said, "Did we ever see that?" I said, "I did, baby. You slept through it." That's your couch time.
Now, I've known people who will go to sleep standing here talking to you.
Yeah.
Old Jody Dortch can do that.
Oh yeah, Jody. Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
Jody can be
There's
standing
a
there
whole-
smiling at
there's
you
a
and
whole
talking to you,
podcast
and he'll
talking
be
about Jody
sound
Dortch.
asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, did dogs lay down to sleep?
Ain't you ever seen one dreaming
Yeah.
where he's laying there kicking them legs on the porch? He's dreaming of chasing something.
I suppose so. I guess they dream too.
Yeah, they do.
Well,
They dreaming of that big cat.
cats are basically, you talk about nocturnal night. Cats are the, what's the word? There's a different word for animals that can go either way, and they, like cats, sometimes they are
Homosexual.
No, I'm talking about being awake during the day or awake during the night.
Yeah, they can sleep all day or night.
Because they some cats, the puma and the cougars, they go out at night hunting
Yeah,
things.
Well, some animals like the sloth. Have you ever read about the sloth?
Oh, Lord, nasty.
He's in the Amazon.
They don't get much work done.
They move
They
like in
move.
total slow mo. Their heartbeat is like about 10 beats a minute. You know, I mean, they just go slow.
You never want to let one scratch you either. 'Cause
I wonder how long they live. They probably live to be like 300 or 400.
Yeah, but you just photograph them and speed the film up.
they
make
look
'em-
too much like folks, though, don't they? Look like an old man moving around.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the face of a sloth? Aren't they like all covered up in woolly hair or
It's
something?
like a cattywampus.
It just looks like something cattywampus.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a cattywampus and a
Cattybogus.
no, a tannybogus and a cattywampus?
Cattywampus is a position.
And a wampus cat. Is a wampus cat?
Cattywampus is a
That's catty cornered folk.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Now, speaking of that, kind of makes me think about baseball. I'm going to ask y'all something about this. If a man up to bat gets a hit and you got the bases are loaded, and he gets a hit and a triple play occurs, they get him out, throws a second, throws first, but the man on third scores. But the guy that was batting never gets the credit for an RBI. And he should, because his bat on it put that guy from third in, but they got the other two and they got him out. Why is that?
Is that fact? He doesn't get credit for the
That's
RBI?
right, yeah, there's no RBI. Why is it?
Because he got out on first. He didn't really.
Well, they got him out with the fly ball, and then they threw the first and picked that guy and got the second, but the guy on third scored.
Because
Why is he not credited with an RBI?
he didn't make a hit. Is that called not making a hit if your fly ball's caught?
Yeah, well, you're out.
what's an RBI?
But when
Run
he
to bat it in.
Oh,
RBI, run batted in.
I don't follow sports that much.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
But
Well, I don't either. That's why I asked y'all.
but now you heard about the tannybogus. You know, the tannybogus does not sleep at all. That's one of those animals. He's the meanest animal.
Yeah, I've
In-
heard of the
in the
hoop snake.
forest.
I've heard of the hoop snake.
No, this is tannybogus. You will know tannybogus if you ever saw one because he got a head on both ends.
Yeah.
He's the meanest animal in the whole forest.
What
he
makes
can-
him so mean?
All right. Wait a minute. Back up.
Steve
back up.
Albritton.
All right,
Steve Albritton.
Back up, Ronnie. Back up.
Let's
He's got
start
a
over.
head
Let's
at
start
bo-
over.
He's got a head at both. Okay,
He
cut.
got a head on both ends. He's the meanest animal in the whole darn forest.
He's got a head at both ends.
Philip, do you have any questions about that?
Yeah, if he's got a head at both ends, how does he poop?
Well, he don't. That's what makes him so
There
mean.
you go.
Thank you, Philip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie, work with me on this, all right?
Oh no, Steve's
Did I
classic,
talk?
wasn't it?
Did I talk when you was doing your John Donne?
Yeah, you did incessantly.
Okay, thus ends our discussion on sleep
man.
and sleeping.
Yeah,
Ooh, and baseball.
I think we got that resolved.
So,
The whole sleep thing.
We're going to need some viewers to write in and tell us what subjects to cover.
And if you know about that, failed to get the RBI, we need to.
Yeah, if you know the answer to the RBI question,
Brenda, can you write that down for me before you leave? Let's put it over this paper.
Say bye, Lloyd.
Bye, Lord.
Bye bye.